Good afternoon. This is Brian Murray, CPA and owner of Blueprint Financial Group here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm coming to you today to give you a couple of key tips, key steps that you can take to get ready for tax season. Getting ready in advance and preparing in advance is one of the best decisions you can make when it comes to taxes, because it's going to save you a lot of time and potentially money that you may need to pay out to the IRS, to your accountant, et cetera, et cetera. It's been estimated that the average business owner overpays somewhere around $15,000 in taxes unnecessarily. So the earlier that you can get a jump on preparing, the more that you're going to put yourself in a position to not have to pay out money unnecessarily. So here are my 3 quick tips and steps that you can take right now. The first step, number 1, is to schedule time with your accountant / CPA for an update, a conversation. One of the reasons you want to do that is because right now you've got about 10 months of data that are completed through October, so you can start to look at some of the key assumptions, perhaps some changes that you might need to make going into the next year. But the only way you're going to be able to do that is if you're actually having that check-in time with your accountant. It's actually suggested that you do so quarterly and perhaps monthly, depending on how advanced your tax situation is and the different strategies that you're using. But I would say at a minimum that you want to be having that check-in at least within 6 months of the time that you filed your taxes. You want to be circling back to have a follow-up conversation to see exactly where you are. The second thing you want to do, step number 2, start to run your tax projections for 2020. Again, the year is almost completed, so you need to figure out what do you need to actually be planning for as opposed to just filing the paperwork, filing your taxes. Once the year is completed, there is no do-over, there's no reset button, so the finances are what they are and you have to file what you have to file. So the sooner that, again, you can be proactive and start to plan and get those good projections, those good numbers, you'll put yourself in a much better position. Finally, the last step, number 3, start to look ahead to 2021, right? As we're going into 2021, if you need to make any changes in your tax situation, such as business structure, any other strategies that you're using, that might require you to file some documents early in the year in 2021. Prior to the April 15th tax deadline that everybody knows of. So you want to be looking right now at what, not only what's taking place for 2020, what do you need to be on the lookout for 2021, and what changes do you need to make? Perhaps there might be some amendments that you might have to make in your previous year taxes, or you might have some late filings and you want to make sure you do that within the required time frame. So, and the final thing is make sure that your quarterly tax payments are up to date. The final tax payment for the 4th quarter of 2020 is generally due January 15th of 2021. So depending on how the numbers look, if you've got good data from your accountant and you having that conversation taking place, you may or may not even need to make that final tax payment for on your quarterly side. So those are the steps you can take to get ready for tax season in advance. Again, I'm Brian Murray. I'm CPA and owner of Blueprint Financial Group. The vision of our company is to create that next generation of multimillionaires, especially those from underserved and underprivileged communities. And we do that by focusing on 3 areas: entrepreneurship, equity, and education. So we'd love to be of service to you. If you need my assistance, please feel free to reach out on social media at blueprint_CPA, or you can go to my website, which is blueprintforfinance.com. And I look forward to connecting with you soon. God bless.